The colonial 1700s were marked mostly by hunting, agriculture, and utilizing the land for what it offered us up front. By the mid-1800s, extensive industry was established, and coal was a major energy source of the time. Energy resources in 1970 were well available and easily supplied America's population from coast to coast. And now, with modern energy technologies, we can maximize and utilize what the Earth has offered us. With a goal to further energy productivity, society has to look back in history and recall that as technology increased, so did our impact on the environment. Energies in the 1700s included human, animal, and boat labor. At this time, the environment sustained minor injuries from housing and ship docks being built. The most land-intensive sources were in the form of windmills and public roads. From 1800 to 1870, farmable land increased from 160 to 350 million hectares. The mechanical reaper played a key role first in 1848. Though it created fast profit, the land slowly became undernourished from such rapid use. About 20 years later, the steam engine tractor intensified this process of soil degradation. At the same time, with the growing populace, railroads were littering the land required to connect major cities. These huge structures ran nearly anywhere and everywhere. They drove lines through the landscape. The technologies developed in the 19th century surely aided the growing population, but the land began to suffer. Coal was very necessary in the early 1900s. The land requirements were inefficient, and when burned it released carbon dioxide, which is detrimental to the atmosphere. Despite this, it was a very popular source of energy. Combustion engines were brought forth most notably in the Model T Ford. The influx brought on a wave of pollution, blanketing many cities in CO2 for the first time in history. To better suit travelers, massive interstate highways were built, turning the land into a concrete jungle. In 1936, the Hoover Dam was built, controlling the Colorado River flow. Soon thereafter, the atomic fission reactor was built. Powerful, horribly radioactive, and lacking waste storage possibilities, it's the most dangerous energy now, and is devastating to nature and humans when used improperly. Our modern goal is to make devices that impact the environment the least amount possible, by going green. The most recently developed technologies are wind, natural gas, organic fuels, and solar power. Windmills can affect bird migration, and do take up a lot of ground for spatial purposes, but new helical designs are helping by proving more suitable for large city scale. New oil and gas techniques are supplying customers with the sufficient resources at a more efficient level. With 2-mile wells and extensive fracking, recovery is very environmentally taxing, and issues concerning earthquakes have risen. Though the technology is not becoming less impacting, it is becoming smarter. Solar cells, like wind technology, are spatially consuming, but they have their payback and can be put nearly anywhere. They are fairly undemanding of the environment. While our population increases, the sources of energy will diminish. Technologies will become more green-friendly, but their rate of demand will probably outweigh that. The welfare of the Earth in the future is dependent on clean, efficient energy sources.